In recent years, Mexico has been engulfed in a violent struggle between powerful drug cartels, each vying for control over lucrative drug trafficking routes and territory. This escalating conflict has led to unprecedented levels of violence, affecting both civilians and law enforcement. The Mexican government, in an effort to combat these criminal organizations, has increased military presence in key regions, deploying troops to maintain order and safeguard communities. However, the cartels have adapted to these measures, employing sophisticated tactics to challenge the state's authority. This backdrop sets the stage for a critical incident involving a military supply convoy tasked with delivering essential resources to remote outposts. These supplies are crucial for sustaining operations against cartel activities and ensuring the safety of personnel stationed in high-risk areas. As tensions rise, the stakes have never been higher, with cartels increasingly targeting military assets, believing that seizing control of such convoys can significantly disrupt government efforts. It is against this volatile landscape that a daring hijacking unfolds, highlighting the audacity of the cartels and foreshadowing a confrontation that will require extraordinary measures to resolve. The military supply convoy, consisting of several armored trucks, was on a vital mission to transport essential provisions to isolated military outposts in Mexico's mountainous terrain. These supplies included ammunition, medical equipment, food rations, and fuel, resources critical for sustaining operations against the entrenched cartel presence in the region. The convoy was heavily guarded by military personnel, aware of the risks posed by the increasingly bold and violent tactics employed by drug traffickers. As the convoy traveled along a narrow, winding road, it faced treacherous weather conditions and rough terrain that complicated its progress. Despite these challenges, the mission was deemed necessary to maintain military readiness and support ongoing efforts to restore order. Security protocols were strictly followed, with communication between vehicles maintained to ensure situational awareness. However, intelligence reports had indicated heightened cartel activity in the area, raising alarms among commanders. While the soldiers remained vigilant, the operation was about to take a dangerous turn. The impending ambush would test not only their training and resolve, but also the integrity of military logistics in a region where cartels increasingly challenged state authority. As tensions mounted, the convoy pressed on, unaware of the violent confrontation that awaited them just ahead. The cartel had meticulously crafted a plan to intercept the military supply convoy, leveraging a combination of local informants, advanced surveillance, and their intimate knowledge of the terrain. Recognizing the strategic importance of the convoy, they aimed to exploit vulnerabilities in the military's logistics and security protocols. Days before the hijacking, cartel operatives monitored the convoy's movements, gathering intelligence on its route and schedule. They identified key choke points along the narrow roads where ambush tactics could be most effective. Coordinating with multiple armed factions, the cartel devised a multi-pronged approach to ensure overwhelming force during the attack. On the day of the operation, the cartel deployed vehicles equipped with high-powered weaponry, positioning themselves at strategic vantage points. They planned to create a blockade to trap the convoy between their forces and eliminate any chance of escape. To further heighten their advantage, they utilized local sympathizers to gather real-time updates on military movements. This audacious plan was not just about seizing supplies. It represented a calculated move to assert dominance over both rival cartels and government forces. As tensions rose and the convoy progressed deeper into hostile territory, the cartel prepared to unleash their well-orchestrated assault, setting the stage for a violent confrontation ahead. As the military supply convoy navigated a particularly isolated stretch of road, the ambush was set into motion. Without warning, cartel operatives sprang into action, blocking the path with stolen vehicles and unleashing a barrage of gunfire aimed at the lead truck. The sudden attack caught the convoy off guard, shattering the relative calm that had enveloped the mission. Bullets ricocheted off armored surfaces as soldiers scrambled for cover, their training kicking in amidst the chaos. The convoy commander quickly attempted to radio for backup, while shouting commands to return fire. However, the cartel's overwhelming numbers and superior firepower rapidly turned the situation dire. Armed with automatic weapons and tactical knowledge of the terrain, the assailants effectively trapped the convoy in a deadly crossfire. Panic ensued as soldiers inside the trucks fought to maintain control and protect vital supplies. Several personnel were injured in the initial onslaught, and it became clear that this was not just another skirmish, but a calculated attempt to seize critical military resources. As the firefight intensified, a sense of urgency permeated the air. Time was running out, and reinforcements were desperately needed to change the tide of this violent confrontation. In the immediate aftermath of the hijacking, chaos reigned as the cartel continued to unleash relentless fire on the convoy. Soldiers, now under siege, fought to regain control of their vehicles and protect the remaining supplies. The initial shock began to fade into a fierce determination, with some personnel attempting to return fire, while others focused on evacuating the injured. As word of the ambush reached military command, an urgent response was initiated. Backup units were dispatched, but navigating the treacherous terrain and potential cartel roadblocks would take time. Meanwhile, the convoy situation grew increasingly precarious. With ammunition dwindling and casualties mounting, the soldiers were effectively trapped in a deadly standoff. The cartel operatives, emboldened by their initial success, began to close in on the convoy. They aimed to secure not only the supplies, but also to send a powerful message about their dominance in the region. As the minutes ticked by, it became clear that immediate action was necessary to avert a catastrophic loss for the military. In this moment of crisis, leaders on both sides understood that reinforcements could tip the balance. With hope and desperation intertwined, a call for elite intervention was made, an operation that would soon involve a Navy SEAL team poised to take control of the escalating situation. As the situation deteriorated for the military convoy, high-ranking officials recognized the urgent need for a specialized response. The Navy SEAL team, renowned for their expertise in counterterrorism and hostage rescue operations, was quickly deployed to the region. With a reputation built on precision and effectiveness, these elite operatives were uniquely equipped to handle such high-stakes scenarios. The SEAL team received briefings en route, absorbing vital intelligence about the ambush, the cartel's numbers, and the convoy's location. They meticulously reviewed maps of the area, assessing potential entry points and possible escape routes for the trapped soldiers. Time was of the essence. Every second counted as they prepared to engage in a potentially explosive confrontation. Upon arrival, the SEALs utilized helicopters to survey the landscape from above, providing them with a tactical advantage. They developed an operational plan that emphasized speed and stealth, aiming to outmaneuver the cartel, while minimizing risk to the convoy personnel still under fire. As they geared up, their focus was clear. Not only did they need to neutralize the cartel threat, but they also had to secure and extract both the soldiers and critical supplies. With adrenaline surging and determination etched on their faces, the Navy SEAL team readied themselves for an operation that would test their skills and resolve against one of Mexico's most formidable adversaries. Once on the ground, the Navy SEAL team quickly transitioned into tactical planning mode, recognizing the urgency of the situation. They gathered intelligence from military commanders and reviewed real-time updates from reconnaissance units. The SEALs meticulously analyzed the terrain, identifying natural cover, potential escape routes, and vantage points that could provide a strategic edge during the operation. The team's leader emphasized a multifaceted approach. One group would focus on providing suppressive fire to distract and disorient the cartel, while another would execute a flanking maneuver to encircle the assailants. This dual strategy aimed to create chaos among cartel ranks, allowing for a swift rescue of convoy personnel. Communication was paramount. Each member of the SEAL team was equipped with advanced communication devices, ensuring seamless coordination throughout the operation. They rehearsed key maneuvers, emphasizing precision and speed. The objective was clear: neutralize the cartel threat while ensuring minimal casualties among both their own team and the soldiers trapped in the convoy. As they finalized their plan, every detail mattered, from timing to positioning. With adrenaline coursing through their veins and a shared sense of purpose uniting them, the Navy SEAL team prepared to execute their operation, ready to confront danger head-on and reclaim control of the situation. With a plan in place, the Navy SEAL team launched into action, moving swiftly and silently toward the scene of the hijacking. As they approached, they could hear the distant sound of gunfire echoing to the mountains, a grim reminder of the urgency of their mission. The SEALs split into their designated units, each team member acutely aware of their roles and responsibilities. In a coordinated effort, one unit began providing suppressive fire from a concealed position, their precision shots aimed at key cartel operatives to create confusion. The sound of gunfire intensified as the cartel reacted to this unexpected assault, momentarily diverting their attention from the convoy. Meanwhile, the second unit executed a flanking maneuver, expertly navigating the rugged terrain to close in on the assailants. As they moved closer, the SEALs maintained communication, relaying real-time updates about enemy positions and troop movements. With a sudden surge of momentum, they launched a concerted attack, using grenades and tactical explosives to further disorient the cartel fighters. The chaotic environment amplified the tension as both sides engaged in fierce combat. Amidst the chaos, the SEALs focused on securing the convoy personnel while battling against overwhelming odds. Their training kicked in as they fought to reclaim control in a rapidly evolving battlefield where every decision mattered. As the battle raged on, the Navy SEAL team intensified their efforts to rescue the trapped soldiers in the convoy. With the cartel fighters distracted and disoriented from the SEALs' coordinated assault, the team quickly moved in to secure the area surrounding the armored trucks. Upon reaching the first vehicle, they found several soldiers injured but alive, their faces etched with a mix of relief and exhaustion. The SEALs swiftly assessed their condition, providing immediate medical attention to those who needed it most while ensuring that the perimeter remained secure against any cartel counterattacks. Communication was paramount. They reassured the convoy personnel that help had arrived and that they were now safe. As the SEALs worked to extract the soldiers, they began recovering critical supplies from the convoy. Knowing these resources were vital for military operations in the region, they carefully loaded ammunition and medical equipment into their vehicles while maintaining a watchful eye on potential threats. With time slipping away and cartel reinforcements potentially on their way, the SEALs executed a strategic withdrawal. Under cover of smoke grenades and cover fire, they led the convoy personnel to safety, navigating through the treacherous terrain back toward their extraction point. The mission was far from over, but hope surged as they moved closer to safety, united against a common enemy. In the aftermath of the SEAL team's daring operation, the immediate consequences reverberated throughout both military and cartel circles. The successful rescue of the convoy personnel and recovery of critical supplies marked a significant victory for the Mexican military, boosting morale amid ongoing struggles against powerful drug cartels. This operation underscored the effectiveness of elite forces encountering cartel threats and showcased their ability to execute high-stakes missions under pressure. However, the incident also prompted a sobering reflection on the escalating violence faced by military personnel in Mexico. The audacity of the cartel's attack demonstrated their willingness to challenge state authority directly, signaling an alarming escalation in their tactics. In response, military leaders began to emphasize the need for enhanced security measures and intelligence operations to protect supply routes and personnel from future ambushes. On a broader scale, this event had implications for U.S.-Mexico relations as well. The collaboration between Mexican forces and U.S. Navy SEALs highlighted ongoing partnerships in combating drug trafficking and organized crime. As discussions emerged about increased support and resources for Mexico's military efforts, questions arose regarding the effectiveness of current anti-cartel strategies. Ultimately, while the operation was a tactical success, it also illuminated the persistent challenges that lay ahead in the fight against organized crime in Mexico. The hijacking of the military supply convoy and the subsequent successful intervention by the Navy SEAL team carried significant broader implications for both Mexico and the international community. This incident served as a stark reminder of the ongoing battle against organized crime in Mexico, highlighting the evolving tactics employed by cartels to assert their power and influence. Such brazen attacks not only threaten national security, but also undermine public trust in government institutions tasked with maintaining law and order. The operation's success also reignited discussions about the effectiveness of existing anti-drug policies and military strategies in Mexico. Many analysts argued that a reevaluation was necessary, advocating for a more holistic approach that included socioeconomic initiatives alongside military efforts. Addressing the root causes of cartel violence, such as poverty and lack of opportunity, could play a crucial role in dismantling these criminal organizations. Additionally, the collaboration between U.S. forces and Mexican military personnel emphasize the importance of international cooperation in combating transnational crime. It raised questions about future partnerships, funding, and resources needed to bolster Mexico's capabilities against cartels. As both nations grapple with the complex realities of drug trafficking and violence, this incident underscored the urgent need for unified efforts to restore stability and safety in affected regions. In conclusion, the hijacking of the military supply convoy and the subsequent intervention by the Navy SEAL team serve as a powerful narrative of resilience and strategic response in the face of organized crime. This incident highlights not only the risks faced by military personnel operating in cartel-dominated areas, but also the unwavering commitment of elite forces to uphold security and protect vital resources. The successful rescue operation symbolizes a crucial moment in the ongoing struggle against drug cartels, demonstrating that tactical expertise and rapid response can turn the tide even in dire circumstances. However, it also reinforces a necessity for a comprehensive approach to addressing the underlying issues fueling cartel violence. Sustainable solutions must encompass law enforcement, socioeconomic development, and community engagement to effectively combat these entrenched criminal networks. As Mexico continues to navigate its complex relationship with drug trafficking organizations, this incident underscores the importance of international cooperation, shared intelligence, and strategic partnerships. Looking forward, it is crucial for both Mexican authorities and their U.S. counterparts to learn from this experience to enhance their strategies and ensure that such bold attacks do not undermine public safety or state authority. Ultimately, this operation serves as both a reminder of the challenges ahead and a testament to the determination needed to confront them.